Okay, welcome back to Duro3 YouTube channel. Okay, I'm now going to strip down another rotator that I just got a hold of. This one is a Kenpro KR-800, basically Yaesu 800. This is, and it feels to me like I can't normally get a little bit of movement, but it's frozen up pretty bad. And it's in really bad condition. I mean, the pictures didn't do it justice, in a sense. I didn't see this, I only saw this by pictures. So I'll just get some of this crap off here. Looks like it's been sitting in water again. If you looked at the last video I did, that rotator was sitting in water too as well. You can see this here on one side. It's worse than the other side. This side's worse than that side. So we might be going down that same rabbit hole. Get rotators that are been sitting upside down like that, or laying on their side, most likely upside down. Water just goes straight into them, and you end up with a stuffed rotator. One you can only just salvage maybe a few parts from. Electrolysis is already in on the screw. Like that. We've got electrolysis on the inside already. So this one's looks like it's going to be in good condition as well. Not. Just going to loosen those off. Just going to loosen this one for now. Take it out. I'll take him out because it won't fall out. I'm not going to leave it out yet. It's not going to fall out. But someone had what they had. Actually, look at the plug. They had all the plug obviously broke possibly, and they grabbed all the little clips from the thing, pushed them in, and then siliconed over top of it. So, fun and games. Okay, let's see what surprises we have got in this rotator. In front of the camera. Oh, it's just amazing. Someone actually put some grease actually on the bolts. So someone has been in here before. Yaesu, even Kenpro never did that. That's probably, yeah, someone's put NECs or grease or something. So that's a good start, but let's see if I can turn this. Okay, we're turning it. Okay, what have we got on? Oh, yuck! Rusty ball bearings. And as I thought, look at that. All rusty here. It's been laying on the side again. And these are sort of okay. All rusty. And the bearing ring, you can see it again. See that side. It's been at a pool of water in here. So we'll get my hook screwdriver, which I forgot to bring over again. I wish people would store these things the right way up instead of sitting upside down. Rotator looks like it's been serviced once in its life because this is not the original grease. Oh, don't put that in there. I need to just clean my bench up and make a big mess again. Okay, here we go again. Yeah, definitely not the original grease, but it may be something, new grease may have been mixed in with the old grease, which wouldn't surprise me. Okay, let's turn him over and see what's under the top section. Here we bloody go. Are we going to be able to salvage anything out of this? Oh my god, there's stuff falling out everywhere. Oh my god. Holy crud. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at that. I thought the bottom was bad, not at the top. Oh my god. This has been full of water. It's actually still wet inside. This would normally be dry, and that's actually still very damp. The grease there, it may mix with the grease. The bearings have rusted, electrolysis. Oh yeah, look at that mess. It's so thick. This wouldn't have worked in a pink fit. Maybe a good day today. Not. Trying to get a large percentage of this rug off. And pour it all into the bearing tray. I've even got, oh my god, I've got all colours of the rainbow in this other thing. We have, how much rust is on that? Oh my god. Some ball bearings are so-so and the rest are just shite. Look at that. I reckon there's mould in this. Oh, we've got the whole inside down there is full of electrolysis. Oh, we've got a broken potentiometer. Oh, well. Yuck! I'll clean that out there to get that bolt out. Oh, there, oh, look at that big cake of stuff there. Jeez. Oh, look at the inside of that. Oh, yuck. Whoa! Look at bloody all sorts of things down in there. Oh, well, the bearings fell off. They're falling off from everywhere. Oh, yuck. Yeah, the bracket for the potentiometer is broken. It's amazing the actual limit switches are actually not frozen, which is one thing, I suppose. So, grab my cutters, which I found finally. Oh, if you watched the last video, I lost me buddy. These pair of really nice cutters. I mean, they're getting old now. The spring broke, but they're okay. So, just need to cut cable tie. That bracket snapped in half. I reckon someone probably had this apart and didn't realign it properly. And when they put it back together, if the pot had a that, might just take that bracket off. Actually, this is going to be stuffed anyway, so we're just going to go snap. Cut that right off. Because this bracket has had it, these screws have had it. They can go in my junk thingy now. Potentiometer. Come out of there, you rotten screw. And it snapped it right in half. Oh, that one there, this one is okay. That one was stuffed. Or was it? Yeah, it was stuffed. Yeah, she's broken. I've broken both sides. And it's frozen solid. That's what broke it. The rust got in, the drive gear tried to drive it, and it just went one way and the other way went snap, crackle, pop. The nut is actually, I'll grab my 12mm. Should have brought this over before, as usual, like bringing all my tools over. See if I can undo this. Okay, bracket's all. I'm going to get that bloody this bracket's already stuffed, so let's see if we can finish it off. My cutters. Get this hot drive gear wheel out. I'm not going to damage it because it looks like it's okay. Hasn't broken anything. Okay, that's okay. Pot is frozen solid. Okay. Nice array of mess. Okay. Undo. Limit switches. Oh, screws are okay. This is amazing. Yep. Yep. Push this way a bit. Righty-righty. Lay that to the side. Get out of the road. Oh crap. Let's get from this. Actually, we've got a bolt here that looks okay. This one really doesn't look too crash hot at all. Not laying in water, that one. Okay. Let's get. Okay. That bolt's okay. That one, not so. Goes in the bin. It looks okay. And that one. Go the old angle screwdriver. Choink. Up we go. One of the early versions with a resistor across the motor. So what I'll do, just for now, I'm just going to go snip here, snip there, snip there. That gets it out of the road for now. So now we can actually look down inside. Look at that mess. There is spiders. Or there was spiders at one stage, electrolysis, and the electrolysis, as I mentioned before, is still moist. So this has been sitting in water till just recently. On its side, you can see it's dry, mostly dry on this side, and it's been sitting like this, which even water would have probably come up through the plug. It's been sitting, this has got moisture and it's sitting here. Well, we'll get the socket out. Get some of that crap out of there. Get the socket out and we'll extract the things out from the front like I normally do. Right, get out of the road. Extract the actual. This is how I normally do it. Get them straight out here like that. Amazing, the plug's in reasonable condition for when they get pitted and everything. So, put that aside. So we knock a bit more of this crap out of here. Get the screwdriver. Oh, look at this, nice. It's a nice yucky yellow colour, and that's what happens when the electrolysis is very wet still. And also mixing with a bit of with the rust as well, and spider webs and wowee. Wow. Okay, we need to get to the rest of it. So I'll grab this. Shovel some of this crud. Okay, let's see if we can actually physically, well, let's actually get the swing bar off. You go. Oh yeah. Hope you saw how I did that. I could do something to get this up without snapping it. Most of the time, I wouldn't say you snap them, but I don't want to snap it because I don't have any more of these ones. So once we get to a certain point, no, I won't use those. I need to get the bigger ones. That's what I need. Bigger screwdriver. You're just going to work your way around gently, gently, gently. Some come off really easily, but some decide to hold on to the last millimetre. Okay, now you're up that far. Get Mr. Lever in screwdriver in here. As you work your way around, and come on, let go. Sometimes they get bent so much you just put them on the opposite way around. There we go. Normally it's got a concave. You probably can't see it, but now the concave is opposite way. So when we put it back on again, we'll push it on that way, so it bites in. But that's okay. It's not that. He's in reasonable condition. Amazing. Okay, let's turn him upside down. I might have a look inside the motor unit to see if we have any gunk and garbage in here before we take it off. That's not a good sign. Didn't want to snap it off. Okay. Righty. Well, it looks reasonably clean in there. Amazing, it's been underwater. This is the only way they used to do it. Okay. Might just set those screws loosely back in again. So it's not going to get damaged when I pull the rest of the thing apart. Just put that back in there loosely. The wrong way around or whatever. Okay. So this has got a lot of stuff. Okay, motor still turns, which is a good thing. First gear is okay. Actually, final drive gear is still moving as well. All the gears are still moving, so they haven't actually rusted on the shafts. I can see some rust just up in there. Okay, let's get this apart. Oops, that screws okay. He's not looking too crash hot. Stop that one. That's got any sort of rust on it all. I'm just chucking these because it's not worth it. Alright, so now I need. Sometimes these come apart. Sometimes they don't. I don't think it's coming apart. That's probably the wobble. Okay. This brakes seems to be working. The BK rotor is loose. I can hear it. Let's tighten it down. Okay. What I need to do is get another container for the gears. Let's separate the gears first. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. Number 2 gear. Oh, it's got a mealworm in here. Or a casting of one. You can't see it. It's a very small millipede or mealworm or something like that. Insect. Well, grub, whatever. Okay, we've got to get the I've got another push nut just here. When I do it in front of the camera, I'll be right. This one comes up pretty easily, this one. Just goes up, there we go. This one is just put in here to keep the weight of all these gears off this number 1 gear, so it's not allowing it to get loaded down. So okay, the shafts are still greased, and there doesn't seem to be any rust on these. Now this seems to be the original grease, aluminium disulfide, and the stuff on the outside, there's another one. It's not one of these mealworms. This looks like it must have been sitting outside or something. Stored on the ground or something. Oh, next gear. As I saw before, there's a bit of rust in the corner here. But all in all, we are not too bad. Okay. And the final drive gear. That just fell off. This is a 4-stack, so the difference between a KR or G800 and a KR-1000 or a G1000 is just this gear. The final drive gear in your 1000, there is 3 gears, but 2 sets. The 800 has 1 single set of gears. As you can see, there's extra shafts. So this one was on that one there. The other one, 3 was fit here. So the only difference is this gear is different. All the rest of the gears are the same. So this gear is different because it has one extra gear in here. And so yeah, so that's the difference between. So there's no difference in the ratio. There's no difference in anything else other than you've got now double the gears. Okay, let's see, you've got 6 gears as opposed to just 4 on one side, and so you've actually got 2 sets of 3. And this gear is thicker here and thinner there. So that's the difference between an 800 and everything else. I'll start again. Everything else between the 800 and the 1000 are identical. There's no difference. There shouldn't be any difference in the rotation torque or anything else. They might state it, but it's the same motor. Oh, stop bumping the camera. It's the same motor, same gear ratio. You can't gain extra brake torque from, I should say, you only gain extra brake torque if you change the ratio. They don't change the ratio. Okay, let's get our E-clip off. And where is it? Where's the back I need to get to? Back corner. I'm going to get in the back corner of it. There's a little opening. There's so much crap on this I can't see it. Where are you? Bigger. Oh, this is one of the early ones. It might not have it. Oh no, there he is. There we go. 1 E. Ah! Dropped it. Found it. 1 E-clip. It's in good condition. Save him. If I get these things in front of the camera, more down tilt here maybe. Alright. Pinion gears. Actually, electrolysis got down into the brake as well. So, pinion gear. There's a big blob of electrolysis sitting in there. All the gears look okay at the present moment. Okay, let's get the BK spring out. on the BK spring. Very important thing there. He's got a little bit of surface rust, but he will be okay. Now, it's moving ever so slightly, so it has actually dropped, I think, by the looks of it, and now it's frozen back into position again because of the water. So let's get the BK drum off. How's that screw? He'll survive. This one. Oh. Wipe that with a rag. It's not going to survive. Maybe. Okay, there's our BK drum. Okay. Okay, there's no score marks on it. Oh yeah, that's okay. So now we take off the motor from the lower gear chassis. Oh, that was loose. Oh, okay, that was not good. The bottom's rusty, but the top's okay, so we'll keep that on there. This one here's had it. It'll be going in the bin. Only just okay. Yeah, these 4 screws set the centre of when you're aligning the actual BK drum and the rotor and everything. You need to. That's why these holes in these are bigger. So, righty. Back here, tray. Oh crap! You can poke a stick at. Oh. I've seen a lot worse, but I've seen them broken in half, but I normally salvage those for other things. Okay. Alright. I might leave this as it is at the present moment. I'm going to leave the motor. I might go and test it and see if it's working okay. I'm going to get the BK rotor off. That's what I'm going to do. I won't get in a blasted hole. Where is it? Got. What the hell? Oh yeah, it was loose. Loose as I thought it was loose, and looked like it was low, and it was. You undo it with this end. I didn't even try to undo that, and there's no. I can't see any Loctite in that at all. How do they expect it to stay? Oh, we should be able to leave this off now. I see it's jammed back into position. That's what's happened. There we go. It's dropped down. It's then missing the top of the BK spring. We're back. Battery went flat. I heard it go and I just didn't quite catch it in time. Or say goodbyes and everything. So yeah, I was just about to get the BK rotor off. It is off. As I was about to say, what happens is when it drops down that low, the BK spring, wherever it goes, it's here. What happens then, the BK spring, this top, so it's one here at the top here. This is a return. I can't see it on my finger. It's got a return on it. So there's one at the top, and there's one at the bottom. So you got two. So what happens is when the BK rotor drops down, this is between, oops, not there, this is there. That sits like that. What happens then is the rod drops down and this top one jumps and jams in against the top of the bottom of the pinion gear, and it's jammed up in here. and hence it will only drive one way, and the other way the brake is actually engaged because it's hitting against this is your brake section. So basically this sits between there, pushes back and expands. You probably can't see it. Expands the spring and into the drum, and this goes the other way. I'll try and see if I can show it expanding. Probably hard to see it expanding. And just expands and pushes into the drum. So the drum, which is hiding, there's your drum. So it's basically like a drum brake on a car. In a sense, just a spring. One way it drives, because some people call them a drag spring. These are a drag spring. So when we put all those parts down, drag spring being the fact that when the butterfly grabs it, it compresses it and drags it around, hence drag spring. So basically it goes both ways, and when the rotor drops down, it jumps over top and jams, and then it only goes one direction. So we need to make sure the grub screw, which goes in there, has plenty of Loctite, otherwise it's going to come loose and be useless. Okay, I'm finished stripping this down. Another mess to clean up. I'm going to try and get the last rotator stripped down to see what damage, what I've actually bought. A mess, a lot of work. Okay, we shall catch. There's the mess bucket. That's just crap. That's not all the crap. That's just some of the crap. Righty, I'll strip the motor down later on, and I'll see if it's working. So, righto, catch her. Bye.